You hear me?
He didn't remix
We
it.
there. We are live.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So, as always, we'd like to welcome everybody into Friday edition of the Family Bloodline. Things switched up a little bit. Whatever the case, we're gonna give everybody a little moment to come on through, come in and get themselves settled, get your favorite drink, get your favorite persons or peoples to sit down and cuddle with and talk crap with as we begin to actually go through
Yes,
all
sir.
of our discussions for the evening. So, before divulging any of the discussions, I want to go ahead and ask the panel, how are y'all doing today?
Ladies first.
Ladies, always first.
Groovy. Feeling good, feeling great.
You
Feeling
better
great. How
say
are
that.
you? Good. How are you?
Hey, that's that outcast. I hear you. I hear you.
Yes.
So what? So you just got back from vacay, right, Wanda?
Yes.
Tell us about your vacation. I
I
mean, we seen the little
did.
pictures and stuff.
I still
Everybody
got my
getting all
vacay glow
jealous.
going.
Yeah, yeah. So
No,
you feel
man.
you feel
It
smell
was
like a
I had a
vacation?
ball. Yes, I had fun. Like I had to detox when I got back because it was that much going on.
Oh yeah.
I had to straight go. I had to go on a cleanse, my guys. So yeah, it was a lot of
Sounds like a
fun.
good
Like
time.
it was great. I did all kind of stuff I didn't think I would ever do. Like I swam with dolphins. I zip lined through a forest. I went ATV driving.
Mm.
I swam in a cenote. Y'all know what a cenote is?
No, I
I
do
was
not know
thinking
what
that,
that
like,
is.
my
You gotta
Spanish
break
ain't
that
that
down.
good now.
Don't cuss at me like that.
I was about to say my
Yeah,
Spanish ain't
you
that good.
okay.
Well, it's a cave and it's made by water. It's like virgin water. It's not touched by anything. It's filtered and it's super like it's inside of a cave. It's like a healing hole.
It's a
And
what? Excuse me? It's like a
a
who?
cenote, it's a healing hole.
Okay.
Like a swimming hole, like a
I just
swimming
heard
hole
whole,
type
you
thing.
know, and my bad. I went somewhere else. My
Oh
bad.
Jesus.
My bad.
Yeah,
Okay.
healing
A
hole.
mess.
That's
A
a little
mess.
bit of a
Y'all
different
are a mess.
concept.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was pretty cool. There was like clear catfish and
What do you
yeah,
mean clear
like they were
catfish?
like see through. They were catfish and they were see through. Like you can see
Really?
straight through them.
You ain't had your pole?
Yeah. No,
Oh my
no. Um, like you couldn't even touch the bottom. You had to like tread water all the way through. And it was pretty cool. They gave you life jackets and stuff, but it was best that you knew how to swim. I met some pretty cool people while I was there. Um, Made some connections to New York, Utah.
Okay.
God.
Um,
Okay.
yeah, met quite a few people. I drank and ate a lot.
Yeah. What,
Hence
what
the
what was
cleanse
your
when I got
favorite
back
drink while you was
home.
out there? What was you sipping on while
Tequila.
you was out there? Oh, tequila. Yes. Yes. Mm.
Yeah, it was tequila everything. And then
I
they
hear
had
you.
these things called like Scooby Doo shots. It was a shot called the Scooby Doo. It was really good. We took a
Explain
lot of
these Scooby-Doo
those.
shots. What
That
is
Um,
it?
doobie doobie
well,
doobie
they're
good.
green like the Mystery Machine.
Say
Okay.
word.
Okay.
They were so good.
Right,
Yeah.
Manny. To kill you.
I think the drink here is called liquid marijuana. Is the shot here? It's called that's what the shot is called here. But down there they call it Scooby Doo.
So okay, I'm sure gonna ask you. It wasn't like that. It wasn't like that hypnotic we used to sit back in the day, was it? That's what I was gonna ask. You know what I'm saying?
No,
Oh, okay.
no. It wasn't like that.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So what about you, Dirk? What you been into? Well,
Uh,
welcome back, Wanda. Welcome back, Wanda. We're glad you're back. We missed you a
Thank
few
you.
weeks ago. So welcome back.
It's good to be back. Good to be back.
But not really though, right?
but
Well,
you're
you
right.
know.
Reality. And like that, I'm trying to check out a reality. You know what I'm saying? Wanda just got back. Me and the wife supposed to be leaving next Saturday to go to Mexico as well. You know what I'm saying? To do our little honeymoon situation. You know, we never did that
Aw.
demonstration. You know, so we did the whole little honeymoon package and everything. So we gonna go out there and have a ball like that. And then we're gonna bounce back for the twins' birthday, you know, over Labor Day weekend,
Yeah.
7th day birthday, but we'll still be out of town. So when we come back in town, we'll celebrate their birthday.
Okay.
So just
That's
getting things situated for, you know what I'm saying, going out of town, and we got their birthday already situated. So, you know,
all right.
that's where I've been.
All right. That's from my man
Hi,
Manny.
Manny.
Egypt, yeah,
That's the producer.
appreciate you.
That's
Hey.
happening. Le bon voyage.
Hey, Egg. How are
Yeah, what's
you?
going on, Egg? See you, cuzzo.
What up, cuz?
Welcome in. Welcome in. So what have I been up to? I've
Mm-hmm.
just been trying to catch up on a lot of work. Oh, come on back, Wanda. We'll see you in a second. I've just been trying to catch up on work and get several different platforms on social media moving for our lives. So like right now, we are live on Facebook, live on YouTube, and we're also live on TikTok. I'm using my account to be live on TikTok, so we can begin to like publish and push our information on here also. Just trying to open everything back up and got a big weekend plan. Saturday I've got a picnic with my brothers,
Amazing.
right? And Sunday I have a show up in Oakland at Woodminster Amphitheater. Welcome back, Wanda. Woodminster Amphitheater
Thank you.
starting
Sorry.
at starting at 8 o'clock. So yeah, I'm pretty excited about that, and just
Oh, that's
just
cool.
trying to keep it moving. Got to fly out Monday. Got places to go.
Got you.
Yeah, so
Okay.
I'll be out of the loop for about a week. Then I come back and it's hectic. You know,
People
back.
are doing things to see, huh? I mean, yeah.
It's the
Something
opposite.
Something like that.
Things to do with people. See, I know where you was going, cuz. Yeah,
like that.
yeah,
I got you.
Something like that.
yeah. Let me see what you said. Breaking news: U.S. airstrike on Islamic State. We're going to touch on that subject later on, Manny. So yeah, make sure if you've got any news about what's happening right now,
Want to
keep
get into it now?
keep us updated. So yeah, with that being said, let's go ahead and make that transition and begin to talk about our first thing.
I'm saying that's what I'm saying, Jigga. You don't want to talk about the truth now, since
Well,
you
we
see
can
many interested in it.
no. Let's say the truth for later.
Okay.
Again, I'm a little bit passionate about that topic, and I've got a few things to say. So I got to make sure I calm myself down, and I'm able to actually communicate what I want to say and what I feel about the situation in a clear, concise manner without losing people in the sauce. So yeah. But with that being said, we can push to our first topic. Our first topic being Mr. Tim Norman. Holy cow. So go ahead, Wanda. Look like you was finna start this one out. No, I spoke to
I'll kick
you.
it
No, I
off.
mean, if y'all don't know, if y'all don't know who this person is, he's Miss Sweetie Pies. What is a famous restaurant here in St. Louis?
Uh-huh.
That's her nephew, I'm sure, right?
No, Tim is
The
her son.
restaurant was
That's her
doing very
song.
well and everything. So, and they had a hit TV show, Welcome to Sweetie Pies, on the OWN
Welcome to
network.
Sweetie Pies. Yeah.
Shout out to Oprah. Yeah. So evidently this guy he is in cahoots with a hit for hire on his own nephew.
Nephew. $400,000. How you put up? You took out $400,000 in life insurance on your nephew
Yeah.
2 years before he died. Talk
Yeah.
to me, people. Talk to me, people. It's crazy.
And the thing
You
is, like, he took over. He had his own restaurant branch off of Sweetie Pies, and it wasn't doing well. Let's just be honest; it wasn't doing good. Actually,
Just,
after a while, after Miss Robbie got out of the kitchen, Sweetie Pies went downhill.
you
They
mean
had opened up several
the restaurant out here in
the
LA?
restaurant.
No, he had one that actually
No,
in Mississippi.
I think it was in
That failed.
and then the one here, that upper crust stuff, the upper crust, and then I think they tried to open like a hamburger place also. It was a lot.
Oh,
It was a lot going on at once,
yeah.
and then actually they had their original one, which was out in on West Florissant. That one had closed, and they had opened the one in the Grove. But then
Okay,
they ended up
South
opening
Side.
the one back up in West Florissant. Yeah. So yeah, and now the one in the Grove is closed also, and it's something else now. And
Right.
they seem
It's
to be
close.
doing well. So it's not location. It's quality at that point. It was
Yeah, because
quality at that point.
I know Tim had one. He was doing one in like Jackson, Mississippi or something, but they ended up shutting down due to COVID. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying, when COVID hit, so they ended up shutting down his spot in Jackson. But prior to that, you know what I'm saying, he had already had other plots and set up.
Yeah, he had money issues. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
was that
he
what
had
it?
back child support. He had back taxes. You know what I'm saying?
Oh
He had,
wow.
yeah, he had a lot going on. So it wasn't just, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't just bad money issues. You know what I'm saying? My dude owed everybody. So it was a
Wow.
situation like that.
Yeah, I
You.
didn't know. I didn't know that it had gotten that deep for him.
Mhm.
Uh, which actually kind of logically makes sense as to why he would take out 3 different insurance policies on his nephew.
Yeah.
So, and they were substantial amounts of money that he took out.
Not just his nephew, he had $1 million out on Miss Robbie, his mother. He had a
Oh,
$1 million
word.
policy. Yeah, he had $1 million policy set out on his mother as well. You know
So,
what I'm saying? She was
Jesus,
gonna be the next link once he thought he
right?
beat his
When
nephew
he thought
case.
he got right, when he thought he got away with it, you know what I'm
Hmm.
saying?
He
You're
was
like,
gonna
I almost
roll.
got away with it. No, you didn't. Oh,
Oh
you
Now
almost
no.
did not.
that is gangsterism.
Right.
Yeah.
That's a true movement of gangsterism, unfortunately. And the worst part about it is this is his nephew,
Mhm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
That he
Right.
moved
Yeah.
like this on,
Right. And
and
he
he
cashed it in. He tried to cash the insurance policy in a week after his nephew death.
so he ain't even let the body dry.
He ain't even wait. He went
Wow,
straight forward. A week after he tried to cash it in. You know what I'm saying?
wow,
Horrible. Bad move.
that is yeah, that's anti-pretty right there. That's
Anti
not a good look.
pretty.
Yeah, that's anti-pretty. It's not a good look. I mean, where are your scruples at? What kind of person are you to be caught up in money in that fashion to where you do your own blood like this?
All right.
That's your nephew. You
That's
know,
my,
and
that's my,
I
that's
heard
my
some other
brother's
rumors.
son. That's my brother's son.
Right.
Yeah, but
You
I
know,
think the baby mama did say that he put hands on her.
Mm.
so I don't directly know what that would have to do with the murder case outside of just adding on to the fact that
His character
he
is whack. Like
yeah,
he's whack.
he got a his character is again anti-pretty.
Shit, he did 10 years in jail for armed robbery,
Yeah.
assault, and like financial crimes. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Well, at this
He
point,
did
I
10
just
years.
don't think he likes jail because he looked like one of those type of individuals who like jail. So
That's when he was 17. He got jammed up when he was 17 with these crimes. You know what I'm saying? So
he still look
he
like he
robbed
like jail.
he robbed a McDonald's and a uh uh God dog me parts dealership store. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, he robbed a car dealership too?
Not a car dealership, like a parts store, like auto
Okay,
zone.
okay.
Hey,
Yeah.
Rick.
What up,
Hey,
Red?
Rick. Hey, Rick. Shout out to
Yeah,
Yeah,
Rick.
like
he's scummy. He's the scum of scum. He's scummy.
That's
yeah.
that's just
Well,
bad. That's bad.
all I'm gonna say is he built for jail. He big on the top, little on the bottom. So
Yeah, he kind of just like
yeah. It like I don't know. Like it sucks because somebody lost their life over money
Right.
yeah, that's just
by the
I
hands
mean,
of a family member.
well, he might not. It looks like he's not going to be facing the death penalty
Correct.
in this case. So whatever time he gets, it's
Oh, he's still facing life in prison
yeah, he's still
without a
facing
chance
life.
of parole. Without, you know what I'm saying? So that's good for him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
still facing that. So outside of missing the death penalty, he still got to serve life in penalty in prison without the chance of parole. So them are his charges pending right now.
And
So
like if I could ask, like, was it worth it? Like, do you feel like that was
yeah, and that's
like
what I was.
is it worth it?
That's the question. Like, what excuse does he have? Was it worth it to him? You know, and why did he try and take the route that he took?
So these are two theories that came up. You know what
Okay.
I'm saying? One of them came out that he was jealous of the nephew because Miss Robbie took him in, the nephew in at his high school year when he was troubling in Texas. He was having struggles in Texas. So he came to St. Louis, you know what I'm saying? She took him took her under his wing and tried to make him a better man.
Yeah.
Tried to
Mm-hmm.
raise him, you know what I'm saying? Second was she had a home robbery at her home, a home burglary at her home, and the nephew blamed him as the prime suspect in that home burglary.
Mm.
So it's a lot of, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, so it's a lot of
Oh.
that going on.
Okay. Okay. So
So
the pieces are coming together because it could have been any of that.
and then the
And
prosecutor, yeah, the
he
prosecutor say that
What's
the
going on
phone
TikTok?
conversation with everybody, with all the conversation going on between him and all the co-conspirators is, bro, you damn. I
Yeah.
apologize, Wanda.
Just real quick, just for the people that are joining in on TikTok, you all are participating or listening in to the Family Bloodline live on Facebook as well as on YouTube as we discuss the current topic, which is Mr. Tim Norman from Sweetie Pies and what's going on with his case and the current status of it. So yeah, let's keep going. I just wanted to let everybody in TikTok know that that's why I'm not going to be talking to them directly. I'm looking back and forth. We managing this thing. We managing this
so
thing. So
like I
somebody
like
broke in his
who
mama
raised
house.
you?
Well, I thought his mama raised him.
I'm sure she ain't raised him like that now. Come on, like
Not like that. And it was
I
crazy. They went down. I was looking at articles as well, and then like YouTube videos popped up. They were going down like Natural Bridge to Kings Highway. You know what I'm saying? Where they live. Like he lost where his nephew died. Bro, they went a block down. That's where Tim's father died. They had lost cause they within like 2 years they had lost like 4 family members. You know what I'm saying? So it's tragic. It's
did he
tragic for
do
that
it?
family. And he knew. Well, did he do it? We don't know.
Well, at
But it's
this
all
point,
crazy. Like
you
his
can't
father
rule
died. His
anything out. I
nephew
mean,
died.
if he, because at this point he seems like the kind of guy that if he stood to gain anything from anybody's death, You can't rule him out. You know, if you're taking out on your mama, on your cousin,
yeah,
you know,
he's suspect number one.
Yeah, you gotta be suspect number one at this point because you're just like all around grimy.
Yeah.
You all around grimy. You care about nobody but self. So that's a good point, Rick. I'll read this for my TikTok viewers. We got one of the viewers in that's on the live that says he seems like a sociopath, like he pretends to care about people to elevate his status, but he has zero remorse for his actions, which is the absolute truth. The absolute truth. Correct. And I wonder who he told if he was moving in silence when he was making these plans and getting these insurance policies. You know, because I thought there was some other people that were implicated in on these crimes as well.
I mean, if it was,
but he was the sole beneficiary.
He's the only family member. So
wow.
Yeah.
Like,
wow.
It'd be your own family.
It'd be your own family, straight up.
Your own people.
No ifs, ands, or buts. Yeah, wow. Wow.
Yes, a hot mess. A hot mess.
So we'll pay, keep an eye out on status updates about this Tim Norman case because this one it's not close to being over, and of course he's guilty, so on and so forth, but just want to keep an eye on it to keep everybody current on this news.
Watch your aunties.
Say again.
I say watch your uncles and your aunties.
Okay. If you a nephew, watch your back.
Right. If you a nephew, you gotta watch out at this point. You don't know what's gonna happen.
I don't I don't want to make light of the situation because somebody did lose their life, but
correct, myself.
Come on,
what is on his mind? I
think all he was thinking about was getting out of that money debt that he was in, like getting out of that debt he was in. Like, but is it worth it?
Is it worth it? That's the question.
And Manny, he had a comment. He said it's never worth it. I can't go back and find it right now, but it's never worth it. Mm-hmm. And here's the truth about money, right? Regardless of how much debt you find yourself in, because debt is an actual stress, and it's a real life stress, and it affects the way you move on a daily basis. It affects mentally. It affects you mentally. It affects you spiritually, and then and all that moves into affecting you physically, right? Mm-hmm. But at the end of the day, when you die, you ain't got no more debt anyway.
No.
So you debt and money, you're gonna have both sooner or later. Hopefully you don't always have as much debt as you have sources of income, which by the way, TikTok, we do have another person that speaks on credit. We'll bring her back on. I'll show some videos, so on and so forth. But at the end of the day, your finances, you have to find a movement and a balance in between and with everything. Because if money is your main source of happiness or motivation or anything of that nature, you're going to fail every time.
Everything.
You'll never have enough money to be comfortable, and you can always incur more debt to feel worse. Mm-hmm. So, figuring out how to balance that stuff out and continue to live, right, and actually put priorities in front is the grand movement. That's the trick. And then teaching your kids how to do better than what you did, so that continues to move forward, right? So, man, we gotta stay on top of this.
Hey, boy, you be preaching. Hey, man, you be preaching. I come to your church on Sunday.
I'll never have a church.
Oh my God!
I'll never have a church. That's not my MO. But since I see you can lie.
The Church of Latter Day Jigs.
Right, I should have been the career. We have a hood on the corner, whatever you want to do. Go ahead, Jigs.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
But speaking of grimy movements and then like financial issues that can push you into a depression, let's talk about what's happening with the Currys, right? So
What's happening with the Currys?
Ooh, a whole lot of it.
Yeah, if y'all didn't know, if the viewers didn't know, on our live as well, that's out here on TikTok. If the viewers didn't know, Sonya Curry and Dale Curry, Steph Curry's parents, and I can't remember his brother, unfortunately, because his brother's a very talented basketball player also.
He is.
Plays for the 76ers.
He made it to the playoffs.
Yeah. But Sonya Curry and Dale Curry have made it public information and public knowledge that they are getting a divorce. The couple has cited, both of them has cited infractions or infidelity on both sides throughout, the process and the pleadings of the case, whatever the submissions, the document submissions. The difference in the two at this point is one person has made it seem as though what the other person is saying is more factual and could be a bit more truthful than the opposite. It's kind of like if you say, if I walk by and I'll be like, "Oh, you stink," and somebody else look back and be like, "You stink too." I don't stink, you stink. That's kind of what it kind of seemed like is happening here. But
Sonya stink.
Yeah, somebody stink. We know that for damn sure. And everybody seen somebody come out the bathroom not too long ago without washing their hands. So what Dale Curry is alleging is Sonya has been cheating, or I don't want to just simply boil it down to the phrase of cheating, but has been having she had entanglements with a former NFL player, right? And according to her, it's something that's recent and it happened after she filed for separation. But according to Dale, it's been an ongoing thing. On the opposite side of this story, Sonya has claimed that.
I see Wanda's face. Wanda looking too bad. I see Wanda's face.
I'm listening. I'm listening.
Go ahead.
I'm just trying to state the facts. So on the other side of this thing, right? Sonya alleges that throughout their 33-year marriage, Dale has every now and again had entanglements with other people as well. Now, the issue with her point of view of things, or her statement of things, is she hasn't said any names that I know of, and she doesn't really have any proof outside of saying, well, if you say I did it, then I'm going to say you did it too. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, family. I don't know. I didn't read the full list of details. I just looked at it and thought about my situation and was like, one of these motherfuckers ain't telling the truth.
What you said, but go.
What you got, Wanda? I see your face. What you got?
I see it too. I don't even want to speak it. I see that lean. You hear me? That's like a mother. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to say shit because you know you in trouble. You hear me? So
no, my thing is, okay, he has these receipts. Okay, he has these receipts of this person that she's supposed to have this entanglement with. Now, how many times have women had receipts for dudes out here being straight slimy?
Often,
and nobody even batted an eye. Oh, he's just a man. But so now that a woman that cheated up, in her dude feelings, now we got a problem.
Okay, I see why you would say that.
We have a problem.
I see. I
rolled Dolo from state
Miss Curry, just buy him a fat diamond ring and he'll get over it.
Okay, so that's a very valid way of putting that. All right, so what it sounds like you're saying is it was okay throughout their marriage for him to be doing the dirt, but when she does it, everything falls apart.
Okay, I mean, if it's good for the goose, it's good for the gander.
I don't disagree with that. I don't disagree with that. And I was having a conversation. Go ahead, Dirk.
I don't disagree with that either, but that's the first thing women say. You know what I'm saying? Like my comment was a Billy reference. You know, I rode Dolo from state to
Yeah,
state. That's
yeah,
it,
I
baby.
remember that
You
part.
know,
Yeah,
you know, I understand he was bouncing from state to state, balling out. You know what I'm saying? He might have had some infidelities. You know what I'm saying? But if you didn't step away at that time, so no, this is my question: is it more business or is it more family? You
what
know
do
what
you
I'm
mean?
saying? In certain aspects of life. You know what I'm saying? Because like with them, like you know what I'm saying? Like she was a volleyball player, but he was the sole breadwinner. You know what I'm saying at that time. You know what I'm saying? So at that time, she could have stepped away then. You know what I'm saying? That she felt there was infidelities, or she felt that. So is it more business or is it
I
more
mean, she probably stayed because they had kids. You know how many women do that?
a
Oh.
lot, a lot? So that's why I was asking: is it more business or is it more? You know what I'm saying? So okay, I got you.
So I get what you're saying, Wanda, and I don't disagree with that perspective at all. Right? What's good for the goose is good for the gander. And Che and I had a conversation about something the other day, and my view on it was, so when I was younger and I was doing the wrong thing, seeing the wrong people, not being as committed as I should have been to a relationship, right? And talking to somebody on the side. Now,
Mhm.
if the woman that I was dating at the time would have done the same thing, I would have had no room to be upset whatsoever, right? Because
Mm-hmm.
she's done nothing more or less than what I've done, right? So I want to get that out the way so it doesn't seem as though there's an imbalance or there's a push or perception that a woman's infidelity outweighs a man's infidelity. It
But does it
absolutely
not
does
seem
not.
that way? Like every time something like this happens in the media, does it not seem like, oh, she cheated, she's a whore? But like,
Oh, from a man's perspective, yeah, we take it a lot more personal than you know what I'm saying. I think that women do like that, and that's why I asked that. You know what I'm saying? Because women look at it like, boom, like we got this structure, here, we got this village here. So okay, you stepped out of bounds one time. You know what I'm saying? You gonna continue to foul out the game, or you gonna, you know what I'm saying, or you gonna or we gonna make this work. So women make that balance for us. For us men, you step out of bounds one time. Hold up, I want to throw that. Like you remember my Bobby Knight through that turn and the Hoosiers. You know what I'm saying? Like that's how the men feel. Like we feel like that.
but
Like
why? But why
I
do you
mean,
feel that way?
Well,
because we go ahead, G. Go
well,
ahead.
I'm about to say, so a quick reason as to why men, first off, it's in our society, it's not normal for men to feel. Let's take that into account also. So
Okay.
when a man begins to feel and a man begins to actually put some type of an emotional investment in a woman and it's betrayed, we do seem a bit more crushed, unfortunately. Now, that does not take away or negate the fact that uh, either infidelity on either side has the exact same bearing, and it's the same dimension, and it's the same horrible aspect of the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
However, in our society, it's been normalized that women continue to deal with the man and forgive the man for cheating, vice the men doing the opposite. Now, I do know men whose wives have actually gone out and stepped out and cheated on them, and it was an earth-shattering thing.
Mm-hmm.
However, they decided and chose to continue in a relationship with a woman because of whatever their reasons are for, right?
Right.
So it's possible. It's not always a one strike you out type of
No,
deal.
I know. I understand that, and I get that. But it's just like it seems like when a woman does it, it's the end of the world, and I feel like that standard needs to be like done, like done.
Uh,
Be-
it's just
Because
like
I
what
mean,
Jig said. It's just like what Jig said. We not in an emotional state. You know what I'm saying? So we don't trip off that.
well,
Anything
you're not.
y'all
I mean,
do,
was a man not tripping off the fact that we have feelings also, that we hurt
no,
also?
correct. But so when y'all step outside of the relationship, y'all feelings are y'all more emotional. It's more passionate. It's
And
more of
I
a,
knew one of y'all was gonna hit that point. And here's the gotcha.
and it
Sometimes
is.
it ain't that deep. No, it's not. It's
Okay,
not.
It's a gotcha
So,
moment.
And here's the gotcha.
Oh,
It's not that deep sometimes. It's not. It's not about emotional. It's not about anything. It's about the
connection.
D. It's, I mean, no, it's not about no
yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
connection.
yeah, yeah.
then that's
So
something.
yeah,
That's
It's
something
straight
totally different.
physical. Like it's straight
right.
physical. And
So
then and like for some reason, men automatically think, oh, if a woman she is emotional, it's some
No,
type of connection. No,
no,
it's not. Not all the
no.
time.
We tripping off the D. You see what you saying? We tripping off the D. That's what we tripping
Thank you,
off of.
Rick. And
Somebody else can
sometimes it's
bring the
just
D from up. So that's where it's at. You know what I'm saying? So that's the first mindset. I can't speak for every male, but that will be the first mindset. It will be the D. Why you stepping outside? You know what I'm saying? So, yep.
so I think in our society, um, the two genders have been essentially painted in a bit of a different stance, especially when it comes to quote unquote gender roles, where the man and again, I'm a traditionalist, so I don't necessarily go for or believe in traditional standards, especially after I understand them. And traditionally, the man was the provider, and the man went outside the house, and the man did this, and the man did that, and the man carried the stress and the weight of the family on his shoulders,
mm-hmm.
right? So the woman was always supposed to be, well, the woman was always pictured and viewed as
Homebody.
being soft and gentle and nurturing,
Yeah.
uh, all that stuff that comes.
Papa was a Rolling
Yeah,
Stone.
yeah, I'm back. I'm back. So the woman was always pictured to be the nurturer, the softer, gentler side, the more emotional person of the two. And what we're learning through, just simply being people is women are just like men, and there are times where a woman, you ain't trying to create no emotional bond to this cat. You just want a quick smash and dip.
Then leave.
Yeah,
Then
and that's
leave.
it. That's
I'm just
it. And
hey
it's
because
hard for our society to appreciate that. Like if I was a single guy, I would probably appreciate that a little more, especially at my age, because it's less of a headache for both parties, honestly. The strings aren't attached as traditionally would be expected, and you can all come to a mutual understanding and agreement. Hey, this is what we in this for. You let me know when you got time. We're gonna put the smack down
okay.
and we're gonna dip set. You
Right.
did.
Okay.
So that's the actual real reality of it. Now, do I think Dale might have stepped out? I don't know. It's possible he did. It's possible he didn't. It is
Is that
possible
even
he
a
didn't.
question? Is that even a
Why
question?
why is that a hard thing to think? TikTok, what y'all think? Y'all think it's possible to be in a 33-year relationship without actually having sex with somebody else outside of your partner? Because I think it's possible.
Pinky ring salute.
Pinky ring
Per
salute.
my experience, somewhere in that 33 years, no. That's just my personal experience. So
Would you say one to get that bread, get that head, then leave?
then leave.
We
They
gotta
cashed out. You hear me? Hey,
so we there's a brother on TikTok that says his parents just hit 51 years. You think one of them might have stepped out?
Maybe. I mean,
it's not for everybody, but
It's always a possibility.
it's always a
hey,
And
hey,
possibility. Maybe.
it's
But
if
congratulations to you guys for
yeah,
sticking it out to
congratulations
congratulations
'65.
to
on that. That was much
uh,
support.
your parents biohazard. Congratulations to your parents. So it's possible that somebody did, and it's possible that somebody didn't. Now, me being a bit of a humanist, I would rather believe that throughout the course of a 33-year or a 51-year relationship, nah, you got enough trouble dealing with one person and trying to figure stuff out with one person on a daily. Why create all these other headaches?
Talk to me, bro.
Because that's
Because when you're young in your relationship, I
Mhm.
mean, things happen. You know what I'm saying?
Sure,
Like stuff
sure.
happens. And I'm hoping I can make it to 33 years without anything catastrophe happening in my marriage. I've been married for 5 years, and we've been doing okay. We've been doing good. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So I hope I can make it to that point. But if anything was to happen, I don't think I'll be singing out in the marriage. I'm just gonna be honest with you. I'm just gonna be honest with you.
Hopefully that never happens.
I'm just gonna be honest. I don't think, I'm like, I love my significant other front with everything that I have. So I would definitely hope that, nothing ever happens, between us or whatever. And I don't even want to be dude friend. Like, if we ain't together, we can't even be friends. That's how deep I am for this person.
So you gonna be mad at me because I still mess with my guy after y'all.
On TikTok.
No,
Hey. They're asking who I'm talking to. So I'm talking to the panel of the Family Bloodline, our podcast tonight. Again, we go live.
That bread, get that head.
We go live every other Friday. Again, the Family Bloodline podcast on Facebook and on YouTube, and we are also on 6 different major podcast platforms for streaming. And we also love to take questions. All you got to do is send an email to fblpodcast@gmail.com, and we will definitively hit you back. That was for my brother Josh.
All right. So Gary, I wouldn't be mad. He's just gonna be invisible to me. Y'all can still see him if y'all want, but he's just gonna be up and goes to me. I'm just saying. But
we're gonna go to the gun range because Missouri just passed the new Second Amendment law. They canceled it. Well, another day we'll talk about the Second Amendment law here in Missouri. Hey, another day we get off of that.
Josh. So hopefully, again, I think personally, when you are actually in a relationship, now are there going to be some outside influences that try to get at both parties? Absolutely. Because one like we all know, what's the most attractive thing to a single person? Somebody that's already taken.
Somebody off limits.
Yeah, somebody that should be off limits. It's like a game or something to people, and they've got to try and weasel their way into that and be the third wheel. And it's up to the two people.
If you want to. Come over here if you want to. Come over here if you want
to. Right.
And it's always the struggle to continuously and honestly be open with your partner. So, if something does happen, like, hey, I was at work today and my work wife, there has to be a level of amusement that goes into that. Or I was out I was out shopping today. If she tell me I was out shopping today and some dude tried to get my attention, there's also another level of humor that comes with that, but also the appreciation of, damn, let me make sure I keep my shit up and keep my game up.
Keep my shit together.
Is that do I feel got it type thing? But,
correct. Correct. But to a minimum, you know what I'm saying?
I don't need to know if I still got it because he do it for me. So I'm good.
That's where it's at.
And I'm personally just at the age to where I ain't got time to be dealing with 2 and 3 and 4 people. I just need one person because we will eventually be enough headache for each other.
Absolutely.
Right. I got to curfew for myself. I got to be in bed by 10 o'clock.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? To make sure I can get up and eat breakfast in the morning. You know what I'm saying? So, hey.
Right, because everybody knows sneaky link hours are between the hours of midnight and 3 a.m. So ain't nobody got time. And I got a full-time job now. Ain't nobody got time for that.
That's what
it's good. So one of the people on TikTok, one of my brothers on TikTok, actually, we got a Freemason community on TikTok. It's absolutely wonderful. But his response, so he was saying, I always feel like people just want to know that they are still attracted to others outside of their current relationship, like they still got it, which is an absolute truth. I think.
I mean, I guess to some point, but I feel like if I wake up in the morning and be like, "Girl, you the shit," I'd be fine throughout the day. I don't nobody else thinking of me. That's where I'm at in my life.
So you're right. So self-validation absolutely outweighs external influences, but it's sneaky links. No, Cecil, not with that already. But it's always good.
So I get what Cecil say, man. What Cecil say?
It's always good.
Because every time I try to look at the comments, my stuff shut off. So I'm not looking at the comments.
Okay.
We might have to put it off at the season.
It's a morale booster. It is a bit of a morale booster if somebody comes and tries to hit.
What I missed. Oh, bro.
Somebody try and hit you up on the side and be like, yeah, I know you married, but I was just letting you know that if it don't work out, possibly later on this evening at about 5 o'clock, let me know.
See, now, like recently, y'all know I went on vacation. I posted a lot of pics or whatever, right? So my DMs was popping. I ain't gonna even front. My DMs was like popping. But everybody, it's on my Facebook link. I'm married. I'm happily married. And they were like, oh, yeah, I know you married, but I'm like, I appreciate the comment. Thanks. Kept it rolling. Appreciate the comment. Thanks. Keep it rolling.
Hey, I didn't see him in the pictures. You see what I'm saying? So you was talking
well, because I was with my girls. That's why he was not in the picture.
I ain't trying to hurt that, boo-boo. You see what I'm saying? I'm going to shoot my shot. You hear me?
Right. But, I mean, yeah, but I mean, agreed. I guess like when you know where you are in your relationship, there's no need for all of that.
And I think that's the difference, which is odd, bringing the conversation full circle back around to Sonia and Dale, that after 33 years with no evidence.
So who had no evidence? Did she not have evidence?
She never posed nothing. She just posed that it was marital misconduct in the paperwork.
So that could have been anything. That could have been he wasn't picking up his stocks. He wasn't doing his line. Like it could have been anything. Marital misconduct. It could have been anything.
She's trying to get alimony, and my man, he putting out like, wait a minute, she was with this dude. He was drafting in 1988. I mean, he put the paperwork down. He put
okay. Somebody drafted in 1988, probably making what my husband make at his job right now.
88 was the same year that Steph was born. You know what I'm saying? So
it was.
It was. Is that my boy or what? You see what I'm saying? So there's a lot of not that. I'm putting that out there, but I'm just saying, it's issues with a male. You know what I'm saying? Hold on, boo. I know you can mess with dude.
So now, is he upset because it's an NFL player, or is he upset because she cheated?
No, he upset because.
Thank you, Ricky. She is the real victim. I feel you. I feel you.
How do you litigate that? How do you litigate that?
How do you?
They split the real victim, but she living with the ex, living with her boyfriend.
They split a March of 2020. Gee, they split a March of 2020, and Dale said ever since they split, she been living with this dude. I got his name. Hold on, let me look at the paperwork.
I agree with that statement.
I got his name. Hold on.
Wow. So
I didn't want to say his name, but she been living with dude.
Steven Johnson.
She been living with the guy
after they get a divorce.
The paperwork.
Oh, here you go.
Paperwork just got filed this year. You know what I'm saying? They separated in March of 2020, and Dale said ever since when they split up, she said because he wouldn't let her back in the house, but I wouldn't either. You hear me? Bounce.
So where's she supposed to go? Where's she supposed to go?
Let me not say that.
Wait a minute. Hold on. What you mean? Where you supposed to go? What you think about?
If she's trying to reconcile her marriage and he don't want to,
go
to the man that want her.
Oh, that's a horrible excuse.
That's a horrible excuse. I go back to 1988.
Oh no!
That was not back in 1988. That's when he was drafted, right?
Yeah,
right.
They weren't back then.
Because you said Lil Curry was born in '88, correct?
I don't know. My bad. Yeah, but she's a hussy.
Let's not get into.
I'm not gonna call her hussy.
Wow.
But that was so. What I will say is,
I was thinking it. I didn't mean to say it out loud. I
apologize.
You said what you said. You said.
I didn't say that. TikTok, don't ban me. I just started doing lives. Damn it, leave me alone.
Talk
said
to me.
what you said.
Talk to
Well,
me. And I said what I
so
said. So
actually,
talk to me.
like honestly, both of them are too old to be quote unquote victims, and unfortunately, they are. They older than being grown. Like once you get to like 35, 45, you can be like, yeah, I'm grown. I'm grown as hell.
Okay.
But
Okay.
once you hit them 50s, 55,
AARP.
60, you
AARP
older than
started me.
grown.
You hear me?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you older than grown. Like you used to be grown. You were professional at
Right.
being grown at this point. You
Triple OG.
passed that.
Triple OG status.
Right.
Oh my God. Okay. Okay.
Exactly. So
Okay.
I can't even keep looking at your comments, Cecil. Cecil
Oh my
says he
God.
for the streets. I can't do it, man.
Wow.
I
No,
can't
she's
do it.
not for the streets, sir. She's not for the streets.
She's not for the streets.
I think she a
No.
classy lady myself. You know what I'm saying? My
Well,
comment earlier was
What pushed
crazy.
her to no, a woman is gonna go out and cheat just because.
I know she a
I'm just gonna
classy
say
lady.
that.
And that's a good question. That's a valid question, Wanda. What and it's
What
not
pushed
even
her
what
to that
made
point?
anybody go cheat. What decision did you actually come to say that I'm finished with this with where I am now?
Absolutely. Right.
Wait,
Something had to
right.
happen
So
between her.
it
Maybe he had
maybe
ED. Maybe,
right?
yeah. Maybe,
Maybe missionary wasn't enough. Maybe she was tired of seeing his face. Maybe she was just tired of being Dale Curry's wife, Steph Curry's mother.
maybe. And she found somebody who validated something different.
Maybe he wasn't light skinned enough.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh wait, is the other guy light skinned?
I didn't look
He a
for
white
it.
guy.
Huh?
Kevin Johnson. Talk to him.
She knows my combo. I'm 35. I'm over the drama. What a TikTok. Yeah.
No.
So I mean, like again, they too old for anybody to be a victim.
Most definitely.
That's the point that I'm trying to make. Like there are no victims at this point in their relationship. There are no victims. They two professional adults they just done with each other.
And I mean, it is possible to outgrow someone. They probably
It is
outgrew
very
each
much
other,
so possible to
and
outgrow. That's
and
yes.
and it's possible to evolve to different points in your life, and they
Yeah.
just did that.
Yeah, and
And
that's the scary part.
nobody should be to blame.
But that's what's happening, and that's
So
what's
that's
going to
what I
happen
was
as well.
asking. That's what I was asking. Was it more business than, you know what I'm saying, family? You know what I'm saying? Do business override family? So at the
Oh
time,
no,
at the time, you know
No,
what I'm saying? No, well, for us now, you got 3 successful kids coming up because you got 2 NBA's sons, and then your daughter is a volleyball legend, just like the mother. You know what I'm
right,
saying? So how
right.
do you know what I'm saying? At the time, it's damn.
Well,
We got to make sure we solid for them.
but
We
that's very important. I'm glad you said that. I think I've said this before, but I was listening to an old African couple talk on TikTok, as a matter of fact, and the guy was telling his wife, kids are only visitors. That's it. They're nothing more than visitors. And the wife didn't understand what he was saying until the kids continued to get older in age and those visitors left. Right? You're stuck with each other in marriage. Kids are visitors. You treat them, of course, they're your kids now. I'm not just saying like you just, they're like just visitors in passing. But the truth of it, if you want to boil it down, is your kids are visitors. They're not going to stay there. They cannot be what holds the relationship together. If that's what you consider your kids to be, you'll fail because they're going to leave. They're not supposed to stay with you any damn way.
right?
They're only visiting. You got them for a small amount of time and then they got to get out.
I got 6 more years. 6 more years.
I got you at that time, but when your kids are little, how do you?
But that's something that as a couple, that's something. When
I
your
don't
kids
think
are
I would
little,
stay with somebody for a public image. I'm sorry. I may stay for my kids and my family. I mean, like, for that. But I'm not staying for no public
But that's a part of
image.
your family.
right?
That's what I'm saying. That's where you're misconstrued. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh yeah, Dale is. You know what I'm saying? He doing it.
Yeah, and again,
Still at this time they can't go to these private schools. They can't do this and that. You know what I'm saying? Like, so Dale is still a part of that family function. You know what I'm saying, or that family image.
yeah, and so we were raised differently anyway. So understanding the business aspect of stuff, we got it, but we were always raised family first. So
Mm-hmm.
so for TikTok, just for y'all watching the panel, everybody in the family bloodline podcast, we are all first cousins, and we were raised together. So for those to be our foundations, it's easy for us to actually live by that as we've gotten older. If that actually was taught to you in the adverse, to where public image was a big thing, and then family needs to actually conform to a specific public image, but then it goes back to what Dirk was saying. It's more business than what it is actually family.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so maybe she stayed simply for the public image, and now the public image is worn out. Somebody whispered some sweet nothings in her ear on the side when Dad was off doing what he might have been doing, and she was like, you know
Whispering
what?
sweet nothings in somebody else's ear.
Right. She was like, you know what? 33 years. We was actually done at year 28, and we just been putting going to the basketball games together. But at
You're
this point,
15.
yeah, Steph.
You're right. You were 15 when I knew you messed with that husky in Detroit a long ago. You know what I'm
You and
saying?
this hussy
Yeah.
word is not gonna worry me.
Right.
So
You
we
and
not
hussy
saying
is not gonna worry me, sir. Y'all,
husky a
it's
real
not.
word and
Yes, we know. That's just like floozy. You might as well be
Bro.
saying
floozy is a weird
floozy.
word too. Hey, that floozy right there, you hear me? Hey, it depend on your generation. You hear me? Depend on where
Right.
you came from. You hear me?
It
Lord.
does depend on the
Today,
generation. So
Just
today
like
it's a thought. It's a thought today.
just like we can say Dale Carey a jive turkey. You know what I'm saying?
Oh
right.
Lord.
It depends on your generation.
I wouldn't run around saying jive turkey often. So something that is kind of stuck in my vocab or in my jargon is every now and again I'll be like, yeah, that's pretty groovy. I don't know why, but I do use it. And even with that, I'll be
Groovy.
like, yeah, you dig. When people hear me say you dig, they be like, man, you about 70?
They think I'm a surfer because I'm with the boys. I'm back in the Ninja Turtle stage, so everything cowabunga. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? So
Oh Jesus.
I'm a Ninja Turtle. You hear me? So I don't care what nobody say.
Yeah. Maya Mia said, I missed who they are talking about. So we were just talking about Dale and Sonia Curry, the parents of Steph Curry and his brother, NBA players. They announced and made it public that they were getting a divorce after 33 years of marriage. So,
In all honesty, they could have kept their business to themselves. Because
yeah,
honestly,
it
who
really
cares?
ain't public business, right? It really ain't.
Right.
It
Right.
ain't. But I
Well,
guess,
it is public business because they showed them at all the games. He have on a Warriors jersey. She have on a Portland Trail Blazers jersey for
right,
you know what I'm saying.
right.
They rooted for their kids. You know what I'm saying. So
Yeah.
I
it,
mean, and
they
who
was
says they still can't do that? But they could have did that,
no. Not saying that, but at the time they were still together. They were still seen as a couple, so that was
Oh, so they probably made it public in
a
case
public guy.
somebody sees Sonya out with her ex NFL player,
Right,
or
right.
if they see dude out with somebody else, they were like, "Oh, dang,
They get the
TMZ be on it quick, such and such cheating,"
Right, right.
no,
But no, we separated. It is what it is. So I get it. Okay,
at these games I'm speaking about, they was public as being together.
right.
You know what I'm saying? So outside of that, after they separated in March of 2020, like I said, then that's when she filed. She filed for divorce later on, a couple months later, but it was still public. Them being viewed together as the power couple. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Mm.
You got two NBA sons and you got two sons in the NBA in the playoffs at the time. Oh, you know what I'm saying? It was a public story. It was a tell-all story. So they was out there.
Yeah. They were. And not now,
Oh.
things kind of make sense as to why Richard Jefferson's wife used to always travel with him to every game he went to. So I don't know if y'all remember him, but he was a NBA basketball player that if he had an away game, his wife was there.
Yeah.
Okay. But she ain't
She
have time for no jersey chasers. No time.
she did not. She did not. She wasn't playing
No
it, and
time.
she was okay. Say again.
She wasn't playing it. Yeah,
Yeah,
like
she
every
wasn't.
time, Moran.
Yeah, she made no room. She left no room for error, no room for mistakes whatsoever.
Right.
She
Well
truly did.
done. Well done.
Yeah, I agree to that. So, speaking of mistakes, let's
I'm gonna drink to this one.
let's talk about a hard topic, family.
I don't want to.
Yeah, I don't want to, but you know, there's some people that need to, and some people that need to understand what's happening. So again, speaking of mistakes, we are going to transition into the Afghanistan withdrawal, or the drawdown as we know it right now. So I'd like to hear what y'all's take on it before I give my spin and my thoughts.
Personally, for me, like it's crazy. We've been there what? I was trying. I spoke to you beforehand. I was like 20 years.
Since
You
like
know,
what,
you might be a
22
little bit
since
more.
2001?
We've been there for a long time.
Ridiculous,
A long time.
man. We training troops, trying to get people out. I don't know my take on it for real, Jig. You know what I'm saying? Like being a civilian is like I always resort back to Black Hawk Down. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's my favorite war movie of all time. Black Hawk Down.
Black
You
Hawk
know what I'm
Down.
saying? So that's how I feel about not our troops actually, but the actual people there. Bro, they need to get out. The Taliban that came in there and they raising chaos. They been it's ugly. I don't know. I don't even know what to say on that. That's my thoughts on it. I think them
Okay.
people need to get out, but housing them in U.S. houses is a whole different situation. You know what I'm saying? We ain't got no housing for our own people. We got you go downtown St. Louis up under the bridge. You know what I'm saying? Downtown St. Louis, they got a whole community. You know what I'm saying? They shut down the community for like Reverend Rice. They shut his whole community down. He was housing, he was sheltering people. They shut that down. So now all the people in St. Louis are the homeless people in St. Louis are on the streets.
Oh wow.
So I don't know how to say about how do you fund that? How do you bring? So I'm in the whirlwind right here over towards me.
Yeah. Well, what about you, Juan?
I'm just like, I feel bad
Thank you, JB.
for the people that that are stuck over there. And I mean I feel, I don't know, because I feel like after 20 years, y'all ain't learned nothing.
So when you say the people stuck over there, what people that are stuck over there?
The still the Americans that are still left over there.
Okay.
The the allies and whatnot. But I feel like 20 years, after 20 years, you haven't learned anything.
I don't know if they didn't learn. I think they didn't learn a lot, cause I
No,
think,
but how? And as soon as stuff
but like
happens,
the Taliban forces got stronger as well over them years.
well, yeah.
Talk to us, dude. Talk to us. But we civilians, so we
Yeah, I
just
mean,
know what we know. You know what I'm saying? Talk to us, like.
so what my opinion isn't based on I don't speak for the United States Army at all. I'm not speaking as Song First Class Glass either. I'm talking as James Glass, right? So and me knowing a little bit of the understanding, a little bit of the history surrounding Afghanistan from the time the Soviets had occupied. Well, they didn't really occupy, but from the time the Soviets tried to dominate that area up through into the U.S. government getting involved in it, at which during that time we actually trained their smaller forces and as far as war tactics are concerned. And it wasn't just bottom level tactics. It was pretty emphasized special type of training that we assisted them with during the time. The them is the Taliban, right? Before they were actually called or considered the Taliban, they had a bit of a different name. So
Was that Al Qaeda back then? That was Al
no.
Qaeda.
So Al Qaeda, ISIS, the Taliban, these are different entities. Do they talk? They I'm sure they talk somehow, some way. But the Taliban fighters, however, are they are specifically for that region of Afghanistan, and they have a specific vision of rule for their country, their sovereign country, under the banner of what they consider the correct form of teaching of Islam, right? Yep. So Biohazard, a guy on TikTok, he is absolutely correct. We funded the whole rebellion against Russia or the USSR during that time, right? We put American dollars towards that, right? So this isn't an issue that has lasted simply 20 years. It's gone back further than 20 years. Now, what we see now, the residual of that is the boots on ground aspect of this 20 plus year war that we've lost dozens of American lives over, that we've spent trillions of dollars on, that we've paid for and employed local nationals. That term is the actual persons that we employ on the American side that are from that country, right? We've funded them. We've paid the paychecks. We pay for infrastructure. We pay for their economics, so on and so forth. We've assisted in their government actually setting things up to help them show how to rule, which is why we've got different state departments scattered. We've got the embassy. We've got different skill sets of soldier over there to help them actually understand how to run a government. We did the same thing in Iraq, and General Petraeus was actually very influential in setting up the government as far as Iraq is concerned in a specific region until things got taken over by bureaucrats. Whatever the case may be, moving this back to Afghanistan, the issue that I have with Afghanistan and the American people is severalfold. And again, I can't speak for every member of the military. I can speak for myself. And first off, I had friends that I knew that went and never came back, right? I know people that went over there. I went to Iraq, they went to Afghanistan. We went to Fort Benning together. We trained for a few days together. We hung out, we exchanged numbers, tried to stay in contact. They went to Afghanistan, they didn't come back. I came back from Iraq, right? And we were still in contact while I was in Iraq and they were in Afghanistan, just catching up with each other. So having known people that have gone over there and not come back, and looking at the length of time that we've been over there, the question becomes, as far as the American fight, this is not our fight. Let's understand that first and foremost. This is a sovereign country that we have literally educated from point A to point Z in every aspect of living for organizational society that has chosen to not take those lessons to heart, right? And it became a bit of a thing of complacency where they expected not just America, but the allied nations as a whole to continue to take care of a sovereign nation while those sovereign nations, those other nations, Americans, were dying for them, not for us. People were training them, dying for them, to help their people stand up and take control of their lives and their destiny. It's the whole concept that we have in America called manifest destiny, right? That's what they were trying to help them achieve. That's what they were trying to help them achieve. And they failed. They failed in a matter of days. After 20 years of being trained by the world's best military, you fail in a matter of days. Not just kind of fail, but completely and totally obliterated. I mean, to the point to where you've got their own citizens trying to jump on, risking their lives on our airplanes to get back over here. No, damn it, stay over there. You've been trained on how to do this. Stay there.
It's a slap in the face to the military that, you know, after being over there for so long and this happens. Like, what was it all for?
What was it all for? Stay there and fight for your country the same way that I'm gonna fight for mine. That should have been the example. Just by us simply having bodies there in their faces. That should have been the example that you fight for your country. This is the place that you call home. And I'm not saying that I don't welcome any misplaced nationals. That's not what I'm saying at all. But damn it, stay there. Stay the course. This is your country. Fucking fight for it. That's what you're there for. Your forces have been trained, again, by the world's best military, by our Marines, by our freaking soldiers, by some, just the best of the best in the world. They were trained by these folks just to roll the hell over. So I'm disappointed on several different planes. First off, I'm disappointed that our government did us like that. When I say us, I'm referring to military members, and they kind of, again, slapped us in the face, right, with not appropriately planning a withdrawal phasing. Now, we did need to get out of there. Make no mistake about it. We didn't need to stay there and draw and actually lengthen a drawdown out for a prolonged amount of time.
Okay, so like I know that a lot of people are like blaming Biden for like
no, that's the wrong answer.
Didn't it start? Like, didn't Trump start?
Yep, just like President Obama had signed a piece of paper before he left office for future operations in Iraq. President Trump signed a future operations declaration, or not a declaration, but a future operations piece of paper for Afghanistan. That's what set things in motion. The Biden administration extended that information out, that time frame out to what we now know as August 31st. That's what's happened, right? So
they like everybody got to be out of there by the 31st.
Yeah, and the hope is it can happen. The hope, that's the hope. Now, the actual reality.
You do realize that the 31st is a Monday.
I do.
Today is Friday.
Yep, and now we have another active actor that's involved pushing out suicide bombers. And now we're losing American lives again.
Right, they bombing the airport and in situations like that, yeah, it's ugly.
Now, so that was the first letdown. The second letdown, honestly, is the American people who aren't checking our freaking politicians, because the American people are too wishy-washy. Oh my God, we gotta help them. We gotta help them. Well, no, it's time to withdraw. It's not our fight. No, we need to keep them over there. Motherfucker, make your mind up.
Right.
We are not here to police the world. The military isn't here to police the world. We have a sworn oath to the Constitution of the United States that also does not have an expiration date that's tied to we the people of the United States. And if we the people aren't checking our politicians and saying, no, we don't want them over there anymore, or no, we're not going to be in this war anymore, that's we the people's fault. The average American person has gotten so blindsided by foolishness, it's ridiculous. Honestly, who cares about what the hell a celebrity eats? Who cares about the type of house a celebrity lives in? We've got men and women in a foreign land dying.
Sleeping on cots and dying.
Yeah.
You know.
And the American people have lost the sense of the Constitution, and they've been distracted by all this other crap. Look at the misinformation that's come out about vaccination, about COVID, regardless of what side you live on with it. There's so much information pushed out that's being absorbed into the American psyche that they don't know how to make heads or tails of it. They just don't. And now You have the American military that you're putting in the middle of this. And now, since there have been suicide bombings and since other Americans have died here again recently, now we have to take another stance because we have to posture ourselves. So what do you think is going to happen? I don't think we're going to be out of there by the 31st. I'm just throwing that out there. I'm horribly disappointed in the lack of accountability from the public and from our politicians, especially the politicians who are using this to simply as a talking point, because they don't have family members over there. I tell you one thing, Tulsi Gabbard, I'm a fan of Tulsi Gabbard because she was in my last unit. She's a politician who was actually still a reservist. She was in my last unit. So she can at least talk and say, well, at least I'm still an officer of the United States Reserve, right? But half of these spineless jokers can't even say that. They puff their chest up to sound good, to get some type of a front for quote unquote patriots, so that they can continue to hold some type of a political contingency. And it's fickle and it's false and it's getting our people killed. And that's the truth of the situation. It's getting our people killed, and they half-ass care about it. So let me get off of my platform. I probably got banned. I'm gonna probably end up getting banned on TikTok for cussing. But
no,
so I'm okay with it.
You'll be all right. You'll be all right.
Oh, definitely.
So, huh?
I was saying, most definitely, he'll be all right.
Right.
Yeah. So that was my take on it. Now that I've got that off my chest.
It's just a sad situation, you know.
Let's transition and begin to close it out. We went over a little bit because of me. I'm sorry. My bad.
All right.
My bad.
I knew he was gonna go over it. I knew he was gonna go over a little bit today. I did.
Yeah. Well, we can't end the podcast without sending shots out to charity. To Che, our other comrade. Happy birthday in the future.
Happy birthday.
Coming up. And we hope you enjoy it.
Your vacay.
Yes.
Yeah. Live
it up.
Yeah. Hope you enjoy it, and we hope you have a blast. Special age you're going to be turning, so live it up. Live it up.
Yes.
But that's all I've got so far. I mean, we can continue to circle back around and
closing remarks, anyone?
Yeah, closing remarks.
Just love y'all. Love everybody that tuned in tonight. Please continue to tune in. We appreciate all the love and support. So that's all the boss got to say.
Wanda?
Brush and floss twice a day. And bathe your children.
Absolutely.
Most definitely. With a washcloth.
With a washcloth. Not with your hands. Get a washcloth and bathe your body.
A loofah at least.
Yeah, at least a loofah. Get a washcloth. If you ain't got no washcloths in your house at this point,
get you a black friend.
Yeah. Please get some washcloths. Praise Joshua.
Jigga, closing remarks.
Give me a second. I got to get that laugh out. My closing remarks. Closing remarks is people can be good to each other. Like and subscribe on the Family Bloodline podcast. Hit us up at fblpodcast@gmail.com. You can follow us on Facebook. You can follow us on YouTube by simply searching the FBL or the Family Bloodline podcast. Don't be shy. Send any questions, comments, or concerns or topics you want covered to fblpodcast@gmail.com. And always, if you feel like you want to be generous and donate to our endeavors, by all means, we are all about it. We are all about it, willing and ready to accept all donations. So, with that being said, like and subscribe, and thank you all for watching. Y'all have a good night.
Good night.
Good night, y'all.